You want to move on to Texas and what Steve Sarkisian said?
Tell him what he was talking about.
Steve Sarkisian said he told this to Chris Lowe. I would say probably for the first time, I feel like we have the top talent across the board, position by position on both sides of the ball. But yet we also had a depth behind us across the board. Does he not have this talent
Did
for
he?
the
Did
last
he, I was gonna
3 years?
say, did he not have any before?
I mean, last year it feels like you look at Texas was like feels like they were preseason of not two. I mean, if not one, they were two or three. The year before that with Quinn Ewers, his second year, when you got Isaiah Bond from Bama, you had tons of people talking about national championship or bust. Like, it's not like this is the first year that we've seen Texas in a championship or bust mode. Like I feel like it's definitely time that we see Texas like, okay, like it's time to see like, if not a national championship appearance, we need to see like a Final Four or at least a national championship appearance. He has made the playoffs in the 4-team era, but I mean that was his early years at Texas. Like right now, you got Cam Coleman on the outside, Ryan Wingo on the outside, and you got them Lamborghini running backs in the backfield. Like you have two home run hitters in the backfield. You got Colin Simmons coming off the edge, and you have a Manning at quarterback. I mean, you're going to be on the biggest stage every week. So I
Man,
mean, I don't know what he means by
like
we
now.
finally have enough talent. I mean, it's been there. Like Ryan Wingo was there last year. I get Arch Manning is taking another step, but that's the point he wants to say, but not sort of throwing him under the bus. I know he's probably got better, but that just sort of was like, okay, like you've already had these expectations. But what do you think?
Because I mean, we were just talking a little bit in the last segment, talking about how Texas is one of like the big schools that you go to. Like that's one of the premier jobs. Like you got people like Texas is a big old state. Even though like there's people that are separated, like maybe there's some people that really want to go to Tech or really want to go to I don't know SMU, I guess, or TCU. Like Texas is Texas, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
as
the
you,
heart of
yeah,
Texas, the middle of Austin. That's a good city, cool vibes, cool campus, pretty campus actually. It's like right in the downtown too. Like people want to go there. Like people, like you gonna get people going for sure, especially now. So it's like you're telling me this is the roster that you believe is gonna be a national championship. When last year they were saying it, the year before that, and it's like I guess you're supposed to say that as a coach, but man,
yeah.
like I agree. I am a little dumbfounded by it. That's like I'm trying to think of an example. I'm trying to think of an equivalent. That's like the UConn basketball coach talking about, oh yeah, this is the roster that's gonna win it all. And it's like, don't y'all have that roster like every year? Like,
Yeah.
let's be for real.
At least Dan Hurley has won two natties though. Like Steve Sarkisian hasn't won anything. I mean, but maybe it's just coach talk. Maybe he just feels like he has to say that to hype his team up. But
Mm.
man, his talent he has on offense with Leek Brown in the backfield, Hollywood Smothers in the backfield. I mean, he's got some dudes.
Yeah,
So I
it's
mean,
not
he
like he's
has
not
no
just
excuse.
talking. It's like
Yeah,
I believe what he's saying, but it's like
yeah, he has a squad.
it's like I swear I've been here in the same conversation the past 2 years. And I ain't even like crazy. Like I'm not super into college football. I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. I'm not super into college football. I don't like follow it crazy, but like Texas, I would hear Texas, 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 and then we see them go, and then y'all saw how that went, and then now we're gonna do it again. Like I mean, sure, I guess, but dang, like come on. It's like at this
Yeah,
point, do you even believe him? Like do we believe him? Like are we supposed to believe him
I'm
now?
I'm in that mode where I have to see it. I believe you have the talent. Yes, I think you have the best talent. If we look at roster by roster, if we look at on paper, I think you have the best paper in the SEC over Georgia, over Alabama, over Texas A&M. I think on paper over LSU. I think on paper you have the best roster in the SEC, but you got to put it on the field and execute. And we'll see week 2. Ohio State is coming to your place, so don't lose that game.
Imagine they lose that,
You can't
man.
lose that game. Ohio State has no pressure in that game because they won it last year and they won a national championship recently. They have no pressure in this game.
That's true. And that's always tough, especially you would think it would be easier at home too. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're playing your home game, you got your fans behind you, but if you're going into the game talking about, oh yeah, we gotta win this, we gotta win this, like I feel like that eats. I don't know how much like for the coach, but I know you could probably speak on it a little bit. Like going into a game, you like feel like it's like a must win kind of game. Like you go at it a different type of way, and if they go at it like that and lose,
Because
how
let's
easy
look.
do you think it would be for the jitters to hit, especially for a roster like that, like one that you really think like on paper could go all the way, like. If they get into a must-win scenario, like how do you think they like handle that?
It's
How do
very
you
weird
handle that?
because
Yeah.
with the transfer portal, they have to gel the right way because like you put Cam Coleman in, you put Hollywood Smothers, Raleek Brown on in that offense. They weren't on the team last year, so they don't have the chemistry as a Julian Sane and a Jeremiah Smith would because they've been playing with each other already. So I mean, you just got to see it. But I look at that game versus Ohio State and look after that. They had to go to Tennessee. They play Oklahoma. They play a feisty New Florida team. Then they play Ole Miss. They play at LSU. They play at Texas A&M. So like, it's no like room for error in that first game. Like you lose to Ohio State, you put yourself in like win mode every week because you don't want to get that second, third loss. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you win, you give yourself a lot of wiggle room. College game day is probably going to be there that week.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
guess.
Surely, right?
Yeah, that's just another crazy week 2 game. But
Did you have any games whenever you'd play, like at any level, where like there was a lot of attention going into it? And if so, like how did that impact anything?
I would say probably in high school we played a school called Thompson High School in Alabaster, Alabama, and we played Hoover. I would always like throw up before the big games. Like if we were
All
playing like a,
seasons?
yeah, I would throw up even like on the sideline or like in the locker room because I'd be like the nerves. But like if we were playing like a regular team, it would never come out.
Hmm.
Like the nerves will never get to me. So like I get when people say like it's just another regular game. Like it's just a regular game. It's another game on the schedule. Next game on the schedule. Like that's BS. Like you know who you're playing tomorrow. Like you know who you're playing next week. Like don't hide it. Like I know the Iron Bowl is like before every Iron Bowl they always have like a cupcake. So like Auburn would play Mercer, Alabama would play like Alabama State the week before, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're just focused on this week." No, you know after you play Mercer who you have. Like don't even lie. Everybody in the country knows it. This is a warm up game so you can get ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's really just like you just had to. I guess you got to tell yourself next game on the schedule mentality. But I mean, the players at Ohio State and Texas, they know what that game means. Not even for just them, for the conferences as well.
Yeah, because that's a non-conference game too, but it's still like
Mm-hmm.
sets a precedent since it's playing early on. Who you
I
think will
hope
win it?
Texas, Texas, but you could convince. If somebody gave me the take on Ohio State, I really would like. I wouldn't like be opposed to the argument because like I think Julian Sane can win the Heisman next year.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're throwing to Jeremiah Smith, I mean, they're going to be very comfortable together in that offense. Like he knows where he wants the ball. Jeremiah Smith knows what Julian Sane likes. He knows what Jeremiah Smith like. So if some things can go right for them, like I can definitely see Ohio State winning that ball game. I will say that like in the new transfer portal era or like the expanded playoffs, I will say I was worried about games like this disappearing because it's like if it's 12, 16 teams, if these games mean something. If a game like this in week 2, like has everybody on the edge of their seats just, dialed in for this game, I feel like it's a W for college football. I just hope they just don't stop scheduling these type of games because I think it's great for college football. And I think it's a great way to represent each conference.
Mm-hmm. For sure, especially outside of like bowl games and such. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather these early ones be like some heavy hitters. You want to start off strong. I feel like every league wants to. Like you, like the NBA puts like the best matchups at the start of the year. You know, like they don't just throw the conference games in there unless it's like a matchup that people want to see. Like most leagues will throw a rematch of the championship game or something like that. Like I feel like that helps a lot. Like I don't know. Why do you think that would like impact it? With the expanded playoffs.
Because like let's say they okay, so for example, when the college football playoff was at 4, it was to a point if you lost one game, you
Oh
had a
yeah,
chance of missing it. So like
yeah.
that year Florida State went undefeated. They were like 12-0, not in the playoffs. Conference
Mhm.
champ 13-0, not in the playoffs. Because it was the Power Five. So you had
Mhm.
5 Power 5 conferences, but 4 spots. So it
Yeah.
was very little wiggle room. You would sometimes see 2 SEC teams go, but that means 2 different conferences were going to get left out.
Right.
So it was very little wiggle room because in the SEC, it's so many good teams, but only 1 or 2 could have came out on top in the playoff.
Yeah.
Sometimes 1. So now when you put it to 12 and 16, it's sort of like, okay, I can lose 1. Okay, I can lose 2.
Mhm.
But it wasn't like how it was 6, 7 years ago, where not 6, 7 years ago, like 3, 4 years ago, where I bet not F up or I'm gonna be out.
Mhm.
That's when bowl games like really meant something because it's like, okay, I'm a 6 or 7, but I'm in the best bowl I can be in. Like now, it's like if you don't make the 12 team, it's like whatever. It's sort of like the NCAA tournament. If I don't make it, I ain't trying to play in the NIT. So it's sort of like consolation prize at this point. But if this game just feels like a high intensity game, I feel like all that just goes out the window. But the SEC is moving to a 9-game conference schedule starting this year, so it's definitely going to be rough for teams to like because you get 12 regular season games.
Mhm.
So Texas is
Three
going to play
non-conference.
Ohio State. Yeah, so 3 non-conference. So one of Texas non-conference games is like Ohio State. That's basically like 10 SEC games when you really think about it. You
Yeah.
play Texas State and you play UTSA. That's the murderers row. 10 straight like SEC games compared to like you used to could play like 4 non-conference. You could play 4 cupcakes if you want, get 4 easy wins. Texas has to play 10 legit teams and 2 cupcakes. So that's the only thing about it now with the SEC moving a 9-game slate. It's going to be very hard for teams to, I wouldn't say get in the playoffs, but keep a consistency throughout the
Mm.
season. It would definitely help. I'll let you go.
I was gonna say it's not like you can have all them cupcake games. I feel like that doesn't like guarantee you get in it. Maybe like I
Yeah,
mean maybe in like college football like in the game, but like what was it? It was what Alabama team was it that had like 3 losses?
flashing.
Yeah, like they were still like in the talks. Like 3 L's. Like
Mm-hmm.
what? That's crazy. So I mean, there's definitely still wiggle room. Which yeah, I guess it ties back into your
But the year
point.
before they had 3 losses, they didn't make it. So it's really just what else is going on around you as well.
If yeah, it's like if you lose, you got to lose strong, and if you win,
Mm-hmm.
you got to win strong. It's really
Yeah.
just like the feeling, the strength. It's hard to quantify, but you can like see it for sure.
But Alabama was 9-3 and played in the SEC championship and got their 3rd loss. So it's like a different nine. Well, so they were 10-3. So it was like it would have been a different 9-3 than being like 9-3 and not even playing in their conference championship game. So they
Right.
were 10-2 playing in their conference championship game, and it was more of a thing like, well, we can't penalize them for playing in their conference championship game when Texas
Right.
A&M was 10-2 and Oklahoma was 10-2, and they didn't even have to play in theirs. So it was sort of like a not trying to penalize them for playing in their conference championship game.
Yeah,
But
it'd be different if they got like BTA,
mm,
but
because if you would have took them out, it would have been like, well, shoot, why are we playing a conference championship game if
right.
Texas A&M and M and Oklahoma had the same record as us and they at home chilling? So
Mhm.
you had to reward the champion, the conference championship appearance.